All right, guys. Farva is going to be joining us here momentarily in just a little bit to talk about a couple of great things going on here in Central Vermont. A very good Monday evening to you. At least I hope it's a good Monday. It's we've got a divorce palooza that is coming, and this is something that I am going to be chatting about here possibly next week. I'm going to get a divorce attorney on the show with me. People are just discovering affairs while quarantined with their spouses and just not getting along at all. I'm just seeing so much about this across the country. So we're going to be talking about relationships and how taxing things have been while we've been quarantined under the same roof now for a couple of weeks. Important to stay connected during this pandemic. And I think we all can kind of grasp the relative importance of, and in some cases, difficulty trying to stay connected. But we're doing our best here. And we thank all of the musicians statewide and nationally, and even on a huge, huge scale. Pink Floyd is now broadcasting some of their concerts every Friday night. But we take a moment and thank all of our artists and musicians who are taking time out of their lives to perform. Tim Brick just did a great show Saturday night about 8 o'clock. Chad Hollister was live at 7. Donna Thunder's doing shows, I want to say Saturday afternoons or Sunday afternoons, but we're going to chat with her. We've got a lot of people that I can't wait to bring on. But yeah, today is 420, the annual celebration of all things weed related, right? But unlike the previous years, those planning to take part in this unofficial holiday are facing some unprecedented stay-at-home orders in many states. I know the San Francisco mayor, London Breed, has warned people to steer clear of Golden Gate Park, where massive smokeouts have taken place in the past. Denver's Mile High 420 Festival canceled, as is the High Times 420 Cannabis Cup. A number of artists are setting up online to hold virtual performances and smokeouts, including, of course, Snoop Dogg and many others. Willie Nelson, Billy Ray Cyrus, Chelsea Handler is holding a Get Good at Weed workshop, and rapper Too Short has set up a goal of assembling the largest group ever to smoke together online. So if you Google around, you'll see some of this stuff. It's hysterical, actually. Birthdays today, I've got to say, shout out to Ryan O'Neill, 79 years old, Jessica Lang, 71, Carmen Electra is 48. Here in Vermont, Shannon Garrett from Barre, Tom Beardsley, happy birthday, Beards, and Ed Collins, all celebrating birthdays today. Hey, Ed, happy birthday, man. The weather forecast, well, we had a beautiful day today, still a little cool for many of us. At one point, Lily was running around the yard in bare feet, which is something I would have lasted probably 30 seconds doing, but it is going to be warming up at some point soon. I'm hearing that next week is going to be much different than what we have had, which is great news. But let's see, we're looking for Farva here. Wondering if he's going to be joining up with me at some point. Looks like He may be trying to connect, but we'll get him on for sure. Hey, thanks to my presenting sponsors of Air It Out, Aeromed Essentials. You've heard me talk so much about these guys, State Street, Montpelier, and in the Berlin Mall. They are doing phone orders right now. All you have to do is get on their website, and Lauren will take very good care of you. aeromedessentials.com. I love this relief lotion. I use it every night on my wrist that I had surgery on beginning of March, and it makes such a big difference every single night, 7 nights a week. It's a kind of a routine to do that, and of course, followed up with a little bit of this, couple of drops under the tongue, CBD oil, also from Aeromed Essentials. This is the turmeric and ginger. I love this stuff. It is so wonderful. Keeps the inflammation down, and therefore the pain. Also, thanks to Wright Electric, Chris Wright, master electrician, one of my presenting sponsors of Aired Out. And of course, Jason Gauthier, Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance. He is such a cool guy, and I can't wait for him to start mowing here again soon. He is from Orange. He is extremely busy, but I'm sure he'll try to make room for you, to add you to his mowing list for the summer. You can find him on Facebook very easily. Jason Gauthier from Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, who now has Trash King trash removal. So not only can he show up and mow your lawn, do some weed whacking, do some landscaping, and make your yard look like $1,000,000, but he'll take your trash away too, a couple times a week if need be. But most customers are about once a week, and he serves most counties in central Vermont. So get in touch with him too, and his prices are fantastic all around. Vermont news today. The number of people who have tested positive for coronavirus in Vermont has now risen by 9. There are now 812 people who have tested positive for the virus in Vermont since the pandemic began. Good news, though, no new deaths reported over the weekend, which is great news. And a total of 38 people now in Vermont have died from the virus. 38 total. I'm hoping that number's not going to be any higher by tomorrow morning. I always check usually late before I go to bed and first thing in the morning, but over 50 people remain hospitalized in Vermont receiving treatment right now for COVID-19. Vermont State College's trustees postponing a vote on the proposal to shutter 3 campuses and eliminate 500 employees. I don't know if you've been following this story of VT Digger or on WCAX, but it has been big. Trustees canceled the planned vote today after receiving backlash from the public, and I might say rightly so. The governor and legislative leaders have also received quite a bit of flack about this. The plan basically called for closing Northern Vermont University campuses in Linden and Johnson, as well as the Vermont Technical College campus in Randolph. Man, that would suck if that actually happened. The system was struggling with financial issues before the coronavirus pandemic came on, and that, of course, just created more problems. So let's bring Farva in. I think we've got him right here. Not sure. You never know where Farva's going to be. Oh, look at that. He's in a cruiser. My God. How's it going? How are you, handsome?
I'm wonderful. Yourself?
Where in the heck are you right now?
Well, I'm in an undisclosed location within Washington County. Let's just leave it at that.
In undisclosed location with a radar gun?
It could be.
You never know.
Never know.
It's good to see you, my man. I haven't seen you in so long, and it's so great to finally connect with you here. Even though we're not in the same room, how have you been?
I have been well. Things have been going pretty good for me, despite all the COVID stuff, which is a nightmare on its own.
But
But
yeah, go ahead.
have to give a big shout out to every person that works in the hospitals and in the healthcare profession. Have to give a huge shout out to each and every one of them. It's not just one party or the other department, it's all of them. As far as I'm concerned, JD, they're pretty much right on the front line of all this mess.
Absolutely.
I mean, whether you're in a nursing home or you're in the hospital or you're in just a doctor's office, as far as I'm concerned, my goodness, I mean, the amount of stuff that they see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So first,
Everywhere.
I want to give a shout out to all of those people. And also, we did a really cool thing, and I posted a video on the Caps for Cops page. We did a huge parade around there. The fire departments, all the EMS, all the police departments, sheriff's departments, we all went around CVH, and we all were tooting the horns and hitting the blue lights and sirens and things. So I mean, that was pretty cool.
I saw some video on that, and it was so heartwarming to see. I don't know who set that up, who organized it, but kudos to you.
I believe it was Chief Wolf over in Berlin. I believe he's the one that, had a huge part in that, but hats off to him too, and in his department.
Now, over in New York City, fire and EMS and police are at 7:00 every night. They're driving around some of the hospitals, blasting New York" from Frank Sinatra through their megaphones. Might we have Jason? Might we have Farva going around doing a little bit of karaoke?
Yeah, probably not. I'm not one to be singing too much out loud, but then again,
I'm signing you up, man.
dancing over the PA, that's a completely different story altogether. But we do go around in the valley for the sheriff's department. We do go around in the valley and we patrol around there, and we hit all the lights and sirens with those fire department guys. So we do it all over.
You do some great stuff, man. Some great work. And you're obviously you're putting in some crazy hours and working your tail off, and hats off to all of you, fire, EMS, all of you. You guys are,
guys.
Medical workers. That's one side of it, but you guys are holding it all together, and you're under a tremendous amount of stress, and you've got to talk about front lines. You've got to be on it no matter what is happening, what's happening. So when you get out of your cruiser and you give someone a ticket or you pull someone over or whatever, are you wearing a mask?
Well, I'm wearing a mask, not like an N95, but I do glove up, and we do have all of that PPE equipment and gloves and everything else. But it's crazy. We'll all get through this.
Yeah, we will.
Just one of those things. But I do love when I drive around and I see everybody with their American flags out. I do love to see that. Because it kind of reminds me of September 12th, where everybody purchased flags and hung them out. We're gonna have to start up the the pledge campaign again. We have to fire that up, JD. So you and I
we should start that up, and we should start it up pretty soon. You let me know when you're ready, because there are a good number of us who have more than enough time on our hands right now to come up with a creative idea to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. But that was a great campaign that you started last winter, I think it was.
Yeah, it was like right after September. Yeah, it was like before that.
Okay.
It got some traction, but not as much as I hoped. But
listen, now that I'm connected at home and I can pull people in via Zoom, which is so fun and exciting to be able to do this live. I got to get Donut Boy on. Can you hook me up? Can you get me his email address?
I will do my best. I'll get word out to his parents.
Excellent.
And there's so many other people that you need to put on that you could get on Zoom as well.
Let's start making a list here.
I'll
Shoot me
keep
a
you busy.
text. Shoot me a text tonight.
I'll keep you busy. That's for sure.
And let's also mention, and maybe you don't want me to mention this, but you have a great YouTube channel. Should we promote that a little bit?
It's not great, but I do. some
I think
stupid
it's
videos.
fantastic. You
Well-
got some slick editing skills, man.
Well, you like
You
that?
do.
I do it all on my
You do.
phone. I do it all on my phone.
You got to show me how to do that.
I do an ask a deputy thing. So like I take questions and things like that, and and I go ahead and I answer them, and I try to make them fun and witty, and
Yeah.
But I started putting more of that on the Caps for Cops page because I figured it could reach more people that way.
Right.
Well, like
Let's
I
talk about
put it out at Caps, and then I share it on the sheriff's department page.
Caps for Cops. Where do we start? Awesome organization.
Well, we try. Basically, we make our money off other people's junk and other people's garbage. So, I mean, we're having a scrap metal drive, and that's going to be Saturday, May 2nd. It'll be at the Barre Auditorium, and it'll be from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We will have masks and gloves. And what we ask is if you drive up, stay in your car, you'll drive up, we'll take care of, you can unload, and then we'll get you going, and then we'll get the other vehicle in.
Okay.
And that's a thing that I set up with the city so that we could still continue to do this, because it is a really, really, really good service that we try to help to provide the city and everybody around the city. And that's a place for them to get rid of all their unwanted, used, old scrap metal, broken down barbecue grills, bikes, you name it. Don't let it collect in your backyard. Here's a place you can get rid of it for free. Hell, we'll even take a car. If you want to push, pull, tow, or drag it down there.
I think you did too. Didn't you take a car last time around?
Snowmobile. We took a snowmobile. Somebody wanted to give us a car, but they couldn't get it down to us. But we don't have a facility where we can go out and pick stuff up from people.
Yeah.
I wish we did, but
get a friend with a pickup truck or throw it in a trailer and make your way to the Barre Auditorium May 2nd.
May 2nd. And you can come along too. It'll be outdoors.
I am planning on being there. If Sherilyn allows me, I will be there.
You won't be there.
I'm going to be there.
Everything.
Now listen, this is what happened with the whole Coffee with a Cop. That was a Saturday. I had surgery on Friday.
That you planned so you wouldn't have to make it to Coffee with a Cop. You planned it that way.
I was
huge turnout. It was very good. We held it at Starbucks of all places. We had a beautiful turnout. We had 6 different departments show up and participate in it.
That's awesome. And kudos to Amy Nolan too, man. She just kicked it. She was awesome.
She went live on there and went around and saw everybody, and that was awesome. And thank you to Starbucks for that, because we helped co-sponsor it with them. And we were planning Caps for Cops. We were planning on doing so much more stuff, but then the COVID-19 thing hit, and then everything's in an uproar.
Right.
Caps for Cops, we are a nonprofit organization. For those people that don't know, you can follow us. It'll be Caps for Cops. And you check us out on Facebook. You can go check out that way. We have an award that's called the Beyond the Badge Award that we've issued 2 of those. One is to a gentleman in Houston, Texas. His name is Joe Gamaldi. And then the second person that we awarded on your show, and that was Sergeant Chad Bissett. So what we wanted to do is, we're a small organization, but we have a big heart, or we like to think that we have a big heart. So what we want to do is we want to let those people know, the people that we've awarded, we want to let them know that we haven't forgot about them, and we want to thank them again for doing what they do. So we wanted to give them a gift. Now, here's the problem with us giving them a gift. They do so much for their communities and so much for everybody around that they don't want to accept a gift. So we decided to give them a gift that we wanted to make them an offer they couldn't refuse. So we went to give them a gift that they can share to every department around within their county, within their location. And what that gift was,
hey man, I'm at home. What can I say? You know?
so what that gift was is we're going to bring Call for Backup down there to Houston, Texas, so they can train all of their guys, all of the fire department, everybody around. And then I'm going to teach it here in Vermont on the same night. And we're going to host that in honor of Chad Bissett. And we're going to try to hit all the area, fire, police, EMS, all, you know, so we're going to try
What's the date on that? What's the date on that?
We don't know yet, but it was supposed to be in May or June, but we postponed it. So it's going to be in October, knock on wood, if all things are going. Oh, don't worry. I'll invite you to that, but you won't show up for it, but I'll still invite
I'll be there. I will be there as long as I'm not having surgery the day before. I will be there. Say hi, Lily.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
She can't hear you very well. She doesn't have the headphones on, but
My wife doesn't hear very well either when I speak. So
right. So I got to say, back to Coffee with a Cop here. I'm on my second bag from this guy right here.
Oh, nice.
He is amazing.
He is such an amazing dude at Blue Line Roasting. You know what he did? He teamed up with this organization called Blue Help, and they're sending out several hundred bags of coffee out to first responders along with PPE. PPE is personal protective equipment. So they're sending rubber gloves, they're sending, you know, all of that stuff. I mean, and it's awesome coffee too.
It is incredible. And it's so easy to order it.
Oh yeah, well here's the thing. It's for anybody that wants that coffee there, go visit them. It'll be bluelineroasting.com. It's their Blue Line Coffee Roasting. If you use the code CAPS for COPS 20, your viewers and everyone else can save 20% off their entire order.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What is it? Caps for Cops 20?
Caps for Cops 20. You'll receive 20% off your entire order.
These guys are out of Southern California, owned and operated by law enforcement. The company was created to help families of police officers who have fallen or been injured in the line of duty, and they donate a portion of all the proceeds to professionally recognized organizations who support, educate, and train our law enforcement community and their families. We are the Thin Blue Line. Very, very good coffee, too. Fur missile. What the hell is a fur missile? I mean, I know, but...
Fur missile is a canine. It's a dog, so it's a police dog unit. It's a police dog. They call him a fur missile because they fur.
I love it.
It's wicked
I love
cool.
it.
And you know what I learned from Terrence, who's the owner of Blue Line Roasting? I learned that the lighter the roast, the more caffeine that's in it.
Really?
I did not know that. I was educated.
I didn't know that either.
The lighter the roast, the more the caffeine.
Tell him hello from all of us here in Vermont, will you?
I'm trying to get him to help sponsor your show, or at least, you know, give you some coffee where you could do a giveaway or something.
Yeah.
You know, he's busy right now because, you know, he is just starting out, but I mean, he's crushing it over there. He's
is.
Hundreds of bags they're giving away for Blue Help. Now, Blue Help is an organization too that tracks and monitors first responder police suicides.
Really?
And
he's involved with them?
I don't know how much involved he is, but he's giving them a lot of bags of coffee for them to give out.
Yeah. So I hope to hear from him, man. I hope to hear from him. I'm going to be opening this bag tonight.
Maybe he could be a guest on your show.
I would love to have. If he's watching right now, get in touch with me, Terrence. Love to have you, dude.
You know, I'd love to have the you know, the gentleman that founded Call for Backup on your show too, because he is just, I could sit and listen to him talk for hours.
Can you set me up?
Well, I'll pass the word out to him, but you know,
All
I
right.
can't make any promises.
We can do an awful lot here from this this home studio now. We can connect with everyone anywhere, and I can't wait to have Donut Boy on. What's the story with Donut Boy? What's the basic skinny on this kid?
All right, so Donut Boy, he started off and he was like 9 years old, and his mom was a police officer, and this is like a couple of years ago. And then he was looking. He's like, "Mommy, I see a couple of cops over there. You know, they're going through a bad patch. Can we go buy them each a donut?" And of course, his mom says, Why, yes, we can go get them each a donut." And then he felt so good that he says to his mom, he goes, "You know what I want to do, Mom? My mission, I want to thank every cop in the United States, and I want to go to every state and give cops donuts."
And his mom said,
And his
"Oh God."
and his mom said, "Oh, all right. How are we going to pay for this?"
Yeah, exactly.
But they did, and they went ahead, and I believe that he's hit all 50 states right now. And he's given away something like, I know the number is much, much higher, but you know, I want to say he's given away like 85,000 donuts or some number like that.
Well,
he came to Vermont. He came to Vermont.
I know. I was working.
That's another thing you didn't show up for. Cheese and rice, cheese.
Buddy, I will be there for the metal drive on the 2nd, and I'm already collecting some metal. I'm already collecting some metal. What about aluminum? Is that good?
We'll take anything. If it's metal, aluminum, tin, whatever. Yeah, we don't care if it's an old barbecue grill, an old rake. You got old pots and pans, you bring it on down.
All right, Christy. By the way, Christy and Mark Hamill say hello, and they are planning on being there. Great people. They were like your compadres in a big way that first year.
They're awesome. They show up and, you know, they go help us out. They're great. You can't ask for better people than those two.
So what's the deal now? You get all this metal, and then it goes into a huge dumpster, and it gets carted up to where? Bulldogs? Okay.
So it gets thrown on the dumpsters. They take it up there, and they're going to go ahead and sort through it, and then they'll let us know, you know, how much we earn from it. You know, and it all goes by, you know, how much the scrap goes for.
Sure.
You know, sometimes scraps are much higher. Sometimes scratch, you know, whatever we get. But, you know, another thing too is that, you know, all the money that I earn locally here within central Vermont, I want to try to keep it here too.
Yeah.
So I already have some game plans on where we're going to spend it at and what we're going to thank and do that way. Some of them are going to be coffee with a cop events. You know, another thing too is going to be the, you know, the call for backup here in Vermont. You know, we're going to have that at the State House. So it's going to be October. But yeah.
Call for backup, man. There's a need for that kind of stuff right now. More than ever, I think. I mean, just EMTs, paramedics, just everyone in the all first responders are just getting taxed so hard right now.
Well, call for backup is good for all first responders. You know, police, fire, EMS, dispatch, corrections. You know, it's good for all those. But what it does is it's for suicide prevention and awareness. Not just for in yourself, but for the people in your department. If you know somebody's going through a hard time and things like that, you know, sometimes they have it where, you know, people do commit suicide, and then people are like, well, geez, I wish we had some signs. I wish we knew, you know, what was going on. And that's one of the things that this class helps tackle is, you know, those warning signs or those, you know, if a red flag is going to be there, you know. So, yeah, I mean, it is pretty neat class, but it's a much needed.
And you're
class.
a certified instructor to teach this. You went out and I think, where'd you go out? Michigan or somewhere and have training?
I went to Michigan and went training for a couple of days and took the class.
Yeah.
So, you know, and what we were going to do is we were going to have the lead instructor, the founder and president of it, go to Houston, Texas, and I was going to teach up here on the same day, and we were going to be call for backup / caps for cops, you know, tackle the, you know, but damn COVID crap.
Right. So how do folks get in touch with you to learn more? How do they find you? Jason Gould, Farva VT, what is it?
They
It's
can
the
hit me
best
up.
way.
They can even email me if they want. They can email me at jason@capsforcops.org. That's an email address that they can reach me at. If they have any questions about what to bring for the scrap drive, feel free to hit me up. I mean, but yeah, I mean,
And on Facebook too, Farva VT. By the way, has anyone ever told you that you look just like Farva?
well, you know that saying there, JD, you know, if you can't beat them, join them, right?
How long did you try to beat him and lose?
Years. Years.
Buddy, it is an absolute pleasure. And I miss you an awful lot. And I hope
Well,
at
you
some
know,
point,
May 8th, you won't show up for it, but it'll be good.
I'm
At
going to be
least I
there
have
May.
on record. At least I have it on record that I invited you, and we could pinpoint the date back.
Let me tell you something. I will not be there on May 8th. I will be there on May 2nd.
Did I say the 8th?
You did. You
Oh,
did.
second.
You
Second.
did.
Second.
Buddy, stay well, okay? God bless you.
Take care. Be safe.
Be well, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Alrighty.
There he is, right there.